Yeah, so how are you doing, everybody? Last night that was some fight. With we had a major upset, you might say. Even though it's not such a huge upset when you think of it, because these were two guys that were. I mean, the guy who won was undefeated, and had been a world champion for a while. This was his ninth defense, of course, talking about Dimitri Bivol. Mm, yeah, who won on points against Saul Canelo Alvarez or Saul. Um, yeah, I mean, Bivol did everything like he was supposed to. He didn't waste himself too early. He at first kind of lay low and he let Canelo kind of, almost, well, not empty himself, but he let him take the early rounds, and then he bounced back. Uh, well, a little before actually the middle rounds he did, but the first couple rounds he wasn't very active. But anyway, we all just showed why he is, one of the best, why he is undefeated also, and why he is considered among the pound for pound best fighters today. And I think most of us agree that the scorecards were a little too generous to Canelo. I don't think he won 5 rounds. I think most of us feel that he won three or maybe four at the best. Yeah, because there was a lot of punches that didn't actually land that he threw, you know. And Buell himself said after the fight that he Canelo beat up his hands, but not his head. So that was a funny comment. Yeah, while Buell on the other side, he landed some really good, quite a lot of clean shots to the head, and yeah, especially to the head because you know Canelo is quite a lot shorter, so landing to the body is a little bit difficult when you're fighting a guy much shorter than you. Yeah. So yeah, I think I don't know. Frankly, I mean Canelo said that he wants a rematch, but I mean most guys say that after they lose, and I don't think he'll want actually a rematch when he thinks about it. When he gets the time to really think about it, because he's better. I think he knows that he's better off fighting at 168 actually, or even if he wants to stay at 175, he should just concentrate on fighting guys that are not as technically sound as Buell, and defensively as well. So yeah, all right. So that was a little bit about that main fight of last night. That rhymes. And now I'm gonna be talking about next weekend's main fights. Yeah, so first of all, we got Jermel Charlo versus Brian Carlos Castaño. That's a really great fight, one that we've been waiting for the rematch, and will probably be a candidate for a fight of the year, but we'll see. We'll have to wait and see. Yeah. Last time, of course, the fight was pretty even, but I think I and many others thought that Castaño probably just, just snatched it, should have won it, but instead it was a draw. Yeah, and that's what happens. You're not an American fighter. You don't have. I don't know really who's promoting Castaño, but he doesn't have Golden Boy or anybody like that behind him. So then it's really hard. and he's trained by his old man. I see, Carlos Castaño. Yeah, when you don't really it's really hard to get a decision in today's American corrupted uh, boxing establishment. So they would rather prefer someone like Jermel Charlo, who is like a flashy fighter. He's from America. He's, you know, brother of another famous fighter and all that. Well, I mean, they are both exciting to watch, but he's the harder puncher of the two, Charlo, definitely. And Castaño seems to have more like, accumulation power, rather than one or two punch power. So that always is a problem, because when you fight guys like Charlo, you cannot finish the fight. You cannot stop them. And then you have to rely on the judges. And of course, Castaño said that he will not be living up to the judges this time, but it's not gonna be easy at all for him to stop Germel Charlo, who is both really world class fighter and hasn't really been stopped, and I don't know if he has even been down yet ever. Germel Charlo. Let's see. Perhaps he has, but yeah. I mean, when he lost to Tony Harrison, he didn't get knocked down. I cannot really find that he's ever been actually knocked down. So that goes to his credit, of course. Yeah, I don't think so. But in this fight, it was like, yeah, and Castaño himself, I don't know if he has either been, well, he was down against Emmanuel de Jesus before he knocked him out once in that fight, and no, not in any other as far as I can see. So he has been down once. I don't know why Boxrec has him at only 5'7.5". He's obviously taller than that Castaño. He's like, I believe he's 5'10" or something, 5'9" at least. They are really weird about that, those heights. Really weird. Seems like they purposely, they just, you know, they want the fighters to be as shorter than they are. They always, you know, rate their height as, you know, as lower than everybody else, lower than anybody. Well, anyway, what can we expect this time? Well, nothing, just the same as last time, I believe. And but the thing is, the only one I can see ending this fight before the final bell is Charles, because he only has. Both guys are tough, of course, very tough, and not really easy to get, down, off their feet. But Castaño has been down once, and Charles hasn't. So that can be, a decisive factor. Means that he can be knocked down, and well, everybody, I guess, can be knocked down. Almost everybody, but it isn't so before it actually happens that we know. So based on that, I think Charles can stop Castaño, but I don't think Castaño can stop him. And I think this time around, Charles will be, better prepared. I think he was kind of almost caught by a surprise. I don't think he knew just how good Castaño was in the first before the first fight, and now he can prepare better. And I think he will win, but on points, I don't think he will stop Castaño, but he may. drop him, once or twice even, but I don't know. But Castaño is obviously very, very hard to stop, very tough guy, and pretty fast. He moves well and all that. Good boxer, good all-round fighter, but not a really big puncher, really. No, but still, he does have some power, and he does. Yeah, he can hurt Charles, and he did in the first fight also. So my final prediction is Jermel Charlo wins on points. Alright, then we don't have so much time for the others. Tony Yoka versus Martin Bakole. Yeah, that's a pretty good heavyweight matchup actually. I mean, Tony Yoka is so far hasn't really he fought guys that are either past their best like Duhopa and Christian Hammer, or he fought a guy who was coming off 2 years, uh, you know, ring rust, inactivity, who was Petar Milas, but he was outboxed in the fight before he pulled off that knockout. So, this will be a major test for Yoka. Because Bakole only has one loss. That was when he was cut, had to give up the fight against Michael Hunter, who is really a great world class fighter, Just a small heavyweight, but very fast, very agile, dangerous, heavy, hard hitting. So, yeah, I mean, I still favor Yoka to win this, and this is in Paris, of course. But I don't really, because Bakula is heavy handed, he's almost the same height, just an inch shorter than Yoka. So, anything can happen, but I still expect Yoka to take him out, like, or perhaps even win on points. He will probably it will take like at least 7 or 8 rounds to stop a guy like Bakula. But as I said, he's only been stopped because of a cut so before, and that was in 10 rounds. But even so, Michael Hunter hardly hits as hard as Yoka, so I think it will be a good heavyweight fight, really good one. Yeah, we were actually supposed to have on last night's card, we were supposed to have a Filip Hrgovic fight, but he didn't because his father died. He had to pull out, so that was a great shame. I was really looking forward to him fighting Gilles Jean. Yeah, and another fight is that may be interesting: Gilberto Ramirez versus Dominic Purcell. And this is another fight, I guess, that is a very winnable fight for Ramirez because Purcell already has been stopped twice actually. Last time by Robin Krasniqi, so that's and even though he beat him in the rematch in his last fight, but still, to be knocked out by a guy like Robin Krasniqi he's not really a puncher. It means he doesn't have much of a chin. Yeah, and he doesn't seem to have that much power either. But anyway, so I can see Ramirez, really handling him pretty easily, stopping him like, yeah, I don't know, 6 rounds, something like 6, 7 rounds probably. Yeah. Yeah, all right. And then finally we got Jaron Ennis. Yeah, a really good fighter. Boots. He's fighting a guy called Castio Clayton. Yeah, Castio Clayton from Canada, actually, Nova Scotia, fighting out of Ottawa. This guy is 34. Both are pretty big welterweights, and Ennis is 5'10", and this guy Castio is 5'9". And Castio is known as War Machine. Such a neat nickname. He's got I guess, a couple of decent. I mean, he drew against Sergey Lipinets, and he beat Johan Perez and DeMarcus Corley. So Castillo is not really, he's no joke really. So this is a really good challenge for Boots. So he's still 24 while Castillo playing is 34. Wow. Hmm. But Jaron Ennis, he knocked out Lipinets in 6 rounds. So yeah, I think he will probably be able to handle Clayton the same way. He's got 26 KOs of 28 wins. Yeah. So he will, well, maybe to go the distance as well. Why not? But I think Ennis is really on a tear. I mean, he's really doing well right now. So he will probably win by by a stoppage. But when it's hard to say really. But he's actually scored most of his knockouts or all of them by the first 6 rounds. So this one may take a little longer, maybe, but yeah, 7, 8 rounds maybe. Or all right, so that would be it for this time, and thank you all for watching. And I must say, I'm over 300 subscribers now. Thank you so much. This really means a lot to me. Thank you very much. See you. Bye bye.